Depression. Today's topic is depression. I've chosen that topic because one, it affects everybody, and secondly, we probably need to really understand that this can be treated because it's a social phenomenon. It's a social problem. People think it's maybe generational. Mommy had it, so I'm gonna get it at some point, but that's not true. And others think it's because of a lack of serotonin, and that's not true either. I'm going to mention a doctor, I think he's a professor actually, David Healy. So he said that the story that depression is because of low serotonin cannot be discredited because it hasn't been credited in the first place, right? So the idea that, oh, it's because of low serotonin is not right, right? So I've been to a training recently with Marisa Peer, and I've been looking at, been listening to a recording on depression, and I was very touched. Not only because I have a friend who is depressed himself, but also because of another friend. So I play badminton on Sundays, and that friend, who's a pharmacist, is saying to me how people are getting more on to depressant, and it's on the rise. So people are on antidepressant because they are, well, obviously sad. And I think the most important thing, which aligns very well with what Marissa noticed as well, is that people are not following on their heart's desire. That's crucial. That's very, very important. So you will notice that people who live in some tribes in Africa, they are not on antidepressant. They're not, right? And why is that? Because there's that sense of community, that sense of belonging, that sense of knowing that I belong to a group. So that's crucial. And I think in the cities, because all we do is work, and a lot of the time we don't do the work that we really want to do. And when we don't do the work we want to do, we don't feel good. We don't feel good. I've had that experience myself until I made the shift. And I had to make the shift. Because when the soul is not happy with something, it's going to manifest in the physical world, in your physicality, in your physiology. Okay? So, people who are depressed have two beliefs. The belief there's no help for depression, and that's wrong. The second belief is that they don't deserve to be helped, and that's wrong as well. Absolutely. We're all here on this planet because we have a purpose. We have a job to do to others, right? So, where did I read that? I read that somewhere that people who work as waiters and waitresses have got one of the most fulfilling job. Why? Because they are in contact with others a lot of the time, and I can vouch for that. Back in my younger days, I was a waitress, and I can recall that was one of the happiest job I've been in. Because you're always seeing people are coming to you, they're eager to enjoy a nice meal, and they're happy to see you. And you come in naturally with a good vibe in a restaurant, right? So nobody's going to go to a restaurant and be, oh my gosh, why am I here? Absolutely not. But anyway, let me introduce myself. I've been yapping quite long enough for that. I am Aurore, and I am a relationship and feminine coach. Sorry, I had a bad cough. And I love working with people, getting them to understand how is it that they operate, how is their subconscious getting them to do a particular pattern, and whether they're happy with that pattern or they want to change that pattern. And I also work with women, helping them to really reconnect to themselves, because women are vital to the society. And I'm soon to become an RTT therapist, so I'm really looking forward to that. But anyway, back on to today's video, which is on depression. I'm going to do a short video, which is a sort of activity. Sorry about that. So it's a short activity which is going to help you in finding your purpose. So I'm very looking forward to read your comments. So please put it down in the chat. I would love to know, what is it that you've taken out of this activity, right? And I think we need to be helping each other to raise our vibration and to have happy people around us, so that when you're walking on the street, you're seeing happy people, because seeing happy people makes you happy. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to talk about the inner dialogue that we have with ourselves. One of the first things to do when we are in that phase of, we're not feeling good enough, we're feeling quite depressed, we want to understand, how is it that I'm talking to myself right now? So I invite you to be the observer and to write down, am I being a good friend to myself right now? Is that how I'm going to talk to my best friend? Or I'm really not cheering for my person. So what do you normally do with somebody who doesn't cheer you up? Well, you get rid of them. Unfortunately, you'll have to do that. And the way to do that is to change the words you use. So if you're saying stupid something, you want to change it to silly something. I think the word silly has got a really lovely connotation to it. And it's a bit more on the light side, or it's a lot more on the light side. What else are you saying to yourself that you can change? Have a think. And as your day goes by, give yourself a sort of rating. Let's say today, Monday, I'm rating myself for my inner dialogue, 4 out of 10, where 10 is good. And tomorrow you say, yeah, okay, well, I'm going to make it a 5, and so on. Okay, so the inner dialogue is important, very important, in fact. And you want to replace that nasty critical voice of yours to your cheerleader. You want that voice to be cheering you, to be rooting for you on a daily basis. Secondly, depression, understanding and believing that depression can be cured. Thirdly, is you deserve help. So creating more connections, so having that critical dialogue change and talking to yourself better, basically. And then that will encourage you naturally to talk to others, to connect with others. And the more you connect with others, the more you do activities, the better you'll feel. Now, Tony Robbins also said, get the body moving. So I invite you to really shake your body, really move it, and see how you feel afterwards. Because the energy sometimes can get quite stagnant within, and you want to shake it off. So do that. Do that morning and evening. So I think I'm going to go on now to the small meditation that I've exercise, let's say, that I've mentioned. So this exercise, I invite you to sit nicely, and please give me some comments if you've done it. I would love to hear what you've found for yourself in your quest of finding your soul's purpose. Because once you find your soul's purpose, you will notice that the depression just has vanished, right? So finding soul purpose is so important. So let's get ready for a very short exercise. I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable place, to close your eyes, and to take a couple of really deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Another one through the nose, and it's going all the way high up in your head space and even higher up. And breathe out. And the last one, and this one I want you to breathe in from your heart space and breathe out from your heart space. And each of those little comfortable breathing that you do, you breathe in from the heart space and imagine a beautiful golden and pink lotus in your heart space. And as you breathe in, the lotus, the golden pink lotus gets bigger. And as you breathe out from that heart space, it's golden pink light that goes onto the people that you love around you. And that light bounces back to you. And you breathe in again from the heart space. And as you breathe in, the lotus gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you breathe out, the golden, pink golden lights get onto other people and bounces back to you. And you breathe in again in that heart space. And the lotus now is bigger than you, bigger than your body. It's getting bigger. It's bigger than the room you're in. And you can see that golden, pink golden light in the whole space of your room. And as you breathe out, it just comes out and goes on to the people you love. And it bounces back to you like a boomerang. You keep breathing in to that heart space, and the lotus is now bigger than your home, bigger than your flat, bigger than your neighborhood, bigger than your town, your city, bigger than your country. And you see it stretching and getting so big. It's a beautiful, gigantic, magnificent, golden pink lotus that's got bigger than the earth. And the earth is all in golden pink light now. And as you breathe out, you're giving love to others, and it bounces back, and that love gets back to you. And you keep breathing in the heart space, and the lotus is now bigger than the earth. It's bigger, it's getting into space amongst the stars. It's bigger than the Milky Way, and you see it in the outer universe, in the big, gigantic galaxy. And as you breathe out, you're sending love everywhere, into the whole galaxy. And it's bouncing back to you. And in that space, see a picture of you doing the things your soul is asking you to do. That's bringing you joy, bringing you fulfillment. And feel that good feeling you're feeling right now. I'll give you a moment to stay in that feeling and to appreciate yourself doing what is it that you're doing. I want you to breathe in one final time in that heart space and breathe out. And I'm going to count you back now to full awareness. On the count of 1, you're becoming more aware of your surrounding. On the count of 3, 2 and 3, you can start moving your body, wrinkle your toes and fingers. On the count of 4, stretch your shoulders, your arms, and on the count of 5, open your eyes. And you can write down what is it that you saw. And I'm looking forward to to reading your comments. So on to the next video. Thank you so much for being with me. Please subscribe if you like the video. Please like it, and thank you for being with me today. Take care. Bye.